You were not taught the truth about prayer. You were taught a version of it, a softened, stripped, domesticated version designed to keep you reaching but never arriving. And I know that burns to hear, because you have been faithful, you have spoken the affirmations, you have held the vision, you have done the inner work, read the books, sat in silence, waiting for the universe to move. And still, the money has not come the way you know it should. The body still carries what it should have released. The relationship, the opportunity, the open door. You have believed for it longer than you want to admit. I am not here to tell you that you did something wrong. I am here to tell you that you were handed an incomplete map. And today I am going to give you the missing piece. The piece that was not accidentally left out. It was deliberately removed, because the ones who understood it completely were not begging for miracles. They were performing them. And that kind of power in common hands terrifies every institution built upon your perpetual need. What I'm about to reveal is called the hidden mind technique. It is not new, it is ancient. Florence Scovel Shinn wrote around the edges of it. She called it speaking the word. She called it the spoken decree. She said, "Decree a thing, and it shall be established unto thee." But even she held something back. Or perhaps she understood that the full revelation could only be received when the student was ready to stop being a student and become the authority. You are ready now. I know this because you are still here, still searching, still refusing to accept that this is all there is. So stay with me, because what I am about to show you will not just change how you pray. It will change what you understand yourself to be. Let me ask you something that might be uncomfortable. When you pray, when you speak your affirmations, when you hold your vision, when you release your desires to the universe, what position are you speaking from? Are you speaking as the heir? Or are you speaking as the beggar? Most people, even deeply spiritual people, even people who have studied manifestation for years, are speaking as beggars. Beautiful, faithful, sincere beggars. They dress their petitions in the language of faith. They say, "I trust the divine timing." They say, "I know it's coming." They say, "I release this to the universe." And these things sound like surrender, but underneath them, underneath the spiritual language, there is still the fundamental posture of lack. There is still someone on the outside of the door, asking to be let in. The hidden mind technique does not ask. It does not release and wait. It does not affirm toward a future arrival. It speaks from the place where the door has already opened, where the money has already come, where the healing has already happened, where the miracle is not in process, it is complete. And this is not a metaphor. This is not positive thinking dressed in mystical clothing. This is law. This is the mechanism by which the word becomes flesh. This is what Florence Scovel Shinn understood when she wrote that the spoken word releases infinite energy. Not the word spoken in hope, but the word spoken in recognition. The word spoken from the throne of the one who already knows. Let me show you exactly what I mean. You have been taught that you possess two minds. The conscious mind, the one that sees conditions, measures circumstances, counts what is in the bank account, reads the diagnosis, watches the door, and the subconscious mind, the great servant, the soil of being, the faithful worker that builds according to the impressions you plant through repetition and feeling. Both of these minds are real, both of them are relevant, but both of them still operate in time. Both of them move through process. The subconscious builds, it arranges, it orchestrates circumstances, but it arranges them step by step, bridge of incidents by bridge of incidents, unfolding across days and weeks and sometimes years. This is why your affirmations have not produced what you expected, not because they are wrong, but because you are using the right words from the wrong mind. There is a third mind. Florence Scovel Shinn pointed at it. She never named it the way I am naming it now, but it lives in everything she wrote about the spoken word, about divine law, about the power of the decree that goes forth and does not return void. It is the hidden mind, and the hidden mind knows no time. In the hidden mind, you are not building toward wealth, you already possess it, not as potential, not as future possibility, not as the reward waiting at the end of your faithfulness. You possess it now, finished, complete, eternally established in the inner kingdom. Your perfect health is there now. Your divine supply is there now. Your answered prayer is there now, fully unfolded, completely real, waiting not for time to pass, but for you to speak from the place where it already exists. When you speak from the conscious mind, you are reporting conditions. I am broke. I am sick. I am waiting. And the subconscious hears that report and builds more of it. When you speak from the subconscious mind, you are impressing images. I am wealthy. I am healthy. I am whole. And the subconscious receives that impression and begins the slow work of building toward it. But when you speak from the hidden mind, you are not reporting conditions, and you are not impressing images. You are announcing completed facts from the dimension where your word has already returned unto you prosperous. You are not saying what you hope to become. You are saying what already is. And that is the difference between the affirmation that takes years and the decree that collapses time. I want to say something that most spiritual teachers will not say to you because it is too direct. It threatens the framework of patience and surrender that keeps people coming back, week after week, still waiting, still hoping, still faithful in their insufficiency. Affirmation is still delay. I know, hear me out. Affirmation is enormously powerful compared to negative speech. Affirmation plants. Affirmation impresses. Affirmation begins the movement, but affirmation still contains within it the posture of reaching. I am wealthy, spoken by someone looking at an empty account, still contains a gap, the gap between what is being affirmed and what is being observed. And the subconscious holds both. It receives the affirmation and it holds the doubt, and the two wrestle, and the bridge of incidents forms slowly, if at all. Decree is different. Decree does not reach. Decree announces. Decree says, my wealth is established in the heavenly bank. My divine supply overflows. Every channel is open. The demonstration is complete. Not, I am manifesting. Not, it is on its way. Not, I believe it is coming. It is here. It is done. I am reporting from the finished kingdom. Florence Scovel Shinn wrote, the words of the mouth are your wand. She did not say your wishes. She did not say your feelings. She said your words. The spoken word is the mechanism. It is the lever that moves substance from the invisible to the visible. Not the thought, not the feeling, not the vision held in silence. The spoken word released from the hidden mind, from the place of completion, from the throne of the one who already knows. When you speak from that place, the word goes forth with a different quality. You can feel it. There is no reaching in it. There is no hoping in it. There is no future tense in it. There is only the calm, settled authority of one who is reporting facts. This is what they silenced. This is what was driven underground. Not the affirmation. Affirmations were permitted because they still contain delay, still keep you in the posture of becoming. But the decree from the finished kingdom, that was too dangerous. Because the one who speaks from that throne does not need an institution to mediate their supply. They do not need a system to grant their healing. They do not need permission from any external authority. And a population that does not need permission is ungovernable. Now let me give you the exact structure of the hidden mind decree. Because this is not abstract. This is a specific way of speaking that opens the secret chamber and releases its substance. The decree is always present tense, not future tense, not progressive tense. Present, completed, established. Not, I am calling my supply to me. That still contains movement, process, journey. Instead, my supply is established. My channels are open. The demonstration is complete. Not, I am healing. That speaks of process, of movement from one state to another. Instead, I am whole. I am the image and likeness of divine health. There is no disease in the kingdom, and I stand in the kingdom now. Not, I am attracting my perfect relationship. That reaches outward. Instead, my divine union is ordained and established. What God has joined, no distance can separate. We are already one in the secret place. You see the difference? Every conventional affirmation contains movement. It contains time. It contains the implicit confession that you are not yet where you are going. The hidden mind decree contains only completion, only arrival, only the calm authority of one who has already won. Speak this now. Say it aloud. Do not read it silently. The word must leave your lips. I stand in the finished kingdom. I decree from the throne of completion. Again, slower. Let your voice carry the weight of one who means it. I stand in the finished kingdom. I decree from the throne of completion. That is the key that opens the hidden mind. That is the posture. And from that posture, everything you speak carries different substance. You cannot enter the hidden mind while the voice of limitation still holds the throne. This is the piece that most teachings skip. They tell you to affirm. They tell you to visualize. They tell you to feel it, but they do not tell you that there is a voice already occupying the space where the decree is supposed to go. A voice that speaks constantly, quietly, under everything. And until you dethrone that voice, your decrees are just words being spoken over a running engine of doubt. This voice says, I need, I lack, I want, I am working toward, I am trying, I hope someday. Every one of those statements is a report from the conscious mind, the mind of conditions, and that mind is loud. It has years of evidence. It has bank statements and diagnoses and closed doors and departed relationships. It has the testimony of everything that has not yet demonstrated in your life. And it brings all of that evidence to the throne every time you try to decree. You do not fight this voice. Florence Scovel Shinn was very clear about this. You do not argue with negative thoughts. You do not wrestle with them. You do not try to replace them one by one with positive alternatives. That is war. And the hidden mind does not wage war. It simply changes address. You step past the voice, completely, into the secret chamber where that voice has no existence, no audience, no authority. From that chamber, you speak. And what you speak becomes flesh. Hear yourself say this now. I refuse the voice of lack. I speak only from the throne. Again. Let your voice carry the finality of one who has made a permanent decision. I refuse the voice of lack. I speak only from the throne. And so it is. There is something I need to say about prayer, about the way most people speak to God, to the universe, to the divine source. And this may be the most radical thing I say in this entire teaching. You must stop begging. I do not say this to be harsh. I say this because begging, however sincere, however faith-filled, however beautifully worded, is a confession of separation. Every prayer that says, please give me, is saying, at its foundation, I do not have it, and you do. Every petition that says, I trust you to provide, is saying, I am outside of the provision and waiting to be included. And the hidden mind cannot be accessed from outside. It is only accessible from within. From the recognition that the source and the recipient are not two separate things, that the kingdom is within you, not metaphorically, not theologically, but actually, structurally, as the literal ground of your being. Florence Scovel Shinn wrote, Ask and ye shall receive, but she also wrote about the law of the spoken word. And those two teachings seem to contradict until you understand that asking is not petitioning. Asking in the hidden mind is not a request directed upward to a power above you. It is an announcement spoken outward into substance from a power within you. The air does not beg for the inheritance. The air claims it. When you say, please God, send me money, you are speaking as someone standing outside the vault. When you say, I give thanks that my divine supply is established, that my channels are open, that the demonstration is already complete, you are speaking as someone standing inside the vault, surrounded by its fullness, reporting what you see. Same God, same source, completely different posture. And the posture is everything, because the posture determines which mind you are speaking from. Speak this now. Say it with the voice of one who has come home to what they always were. I do not beg. I command. I decree. It is established. Louder, with the voice of one who owns the vault. I do not beg. I command. I decree. It is established. And so it is. Now let me tell you what happens to the visible world when you speak from the hidden mind. The bank account that reads 0, it is not truth. It is a temporary picture, a shadow cast by previous words and previous beliefs rendered in numbers on a screen. It is real in the realm of conditions. I am not asking you to pretend it is not there. I am asking you to recognize that it is not final. It is not the last word. It is yesterday's decree made visible today. The body that presents symptoms, not truth. A temporary picture of previous thought manifested in tissue. Real in the realm of conditions, not permanent in the realm of law. Florence Scovel Shinn called this the lie of conditions. Conditions appear real because they are visible, but visibility is not the same as truth. Truth is what exists in the kingdom, whole, complete, already established. Conditions are what the conscious mind has so far succeeded in making visible. And conditions can change. Not slowly. Not through years of affirmation and gradual improvement. They can change as quickly as the word goes forth from the hidden mind. As quickly as you stop speaking from the place of appearance and begin speaking from the place of completion. This is the mechanism. You speak from the hidden mind, from the throne of completion. And the word goes into substance like a command issued by the one who holds dominion. Substance has no choice but to rearrange itself to match the decree, not because you have forced it, not because you have manipulated energy, but because you have aligned with a truth that supersedes conditions. A truth that was established before the condition ever appeared. Speak past the condition. Speak to the finished reality. Speak from the kingdom where the demonstration is already complete. Say it now. I speak past every condition. The visible world yields to my word. As one who has seen this law operate, who has watched conditions dissolve in the light of the spoken decree, I speak past every condition. The visible world yields to my word. The delay you have experienced, and I know there has been delay. I know there are things you have held in faith for longer than you can comfortably speak about. That delay does not mean the law failed. It does not mean you are unworthy. It does not mean divine timing is mysterious and beyond your understanding. It means there was a gap, the gap between what you decree and what you actually believe. The gap between the words you speak in the morning and the calculations you whisper to yourself at night. The gap between the affirmation typed in the comments section and the voice that immediately says, "But what if it doesn't work?" That gap is where the demonstration dies. But hear this, because this is the most important thing I will say, and I need you to hold it. The gap closes the instant you speak from the hidden mind, not gradually, not through years of reprogramming. The instant the decree goes forth from the place of completion, without reaching, without hoping, without the undercurrent of doubt running beneath it, the gap closes. The word is released in its full authority. And the demonstration is set in motion with an immediacy that will shock you the first time you experience it. I have watched students demonstrate supply in hours, not years, not months, not weeks, hours, because they stopped speaking about what they needed and started announcing what was already established. The technique was banned, not because it is dangerous. It was banned because it is liberating. And a liberated soul is not a controllable soul, not a tithable soul. Not a soul that depends upon any external system for its supply, its healing, its sense of worth and belonging. You are not that soul, not anymore. Before this teaching closes, I want to give you the sentence, the one sentence that I said I would place in your mouth before this video ends. Not because words are magic, but because the word is law. And the law is not activated by understanding it. It is activated by speaking it. By letting it leave your lips, by hearing your own voice carry the certainty of one who has already arrived. Say this now, slowly, out loud. Let every word land. I am the hidden mind made manifest. I decree from the throne. My word is law. My demonstration is instant. Again, with the voice of one who means it forever. I am the hidden mind made manifest. I decree from the throne. My word is law. My demonstration is instant. You are not the one begging for miracles. You are the one performing them. You are not the one waiting for the door to open. You are the one commanding it open. You are not the one hoping for sudden wealth, sudden health, sudden restoration. You are the one decreeing it and watching the outer world rearrange itself to reflect your inner throne. Now go into the secret place, the hidden mind, the chamber within you where all things are finished. Stand there. Feel the completion. Know the fullness. Your wealth is there. Not potential, fact. Your health is there, not hoped for, established. Your divine plan is there, not unfolding toward you, already complete, already whole, already yours. From that throne, speak, not about what you want, not about what you hope will come, about what is. Speak your wealth as present fact. Speak your health as current reality. Speak your perfect life as existing now, in this moment, in this breath. And then stand still. Rest in the certainty. Let the bridge of incidents form. Let the divine plan unfold through channels you could not have predicted. Let the demonstration come, because it must come. The word does not return void. This is not poetry. This is law. Florence Scovel Shinn said it. The ancient teachers encoded it, and now you carry it, not as information, as lived authority. The ban is broken, the hidden mind is revealed, and you, standing here now, hearing these words, you are the one chosen to wield it. Type your decree in the comments. Let your eyes read what your spirit has accepted. Let your fingers anchor what your soul now knows. I am the hidden mind made manifest. I decree from the throne. My word is law. My demonstration is instant. This channel is not content. It is a chamber of law. Enter it daily. Speak the word. Watch the demonstration unfold. Subscribe not for the videos, but for the covenant. And so it is.